Minnesota Congresswoman and former presidential candidate Michele Bachmann led that Tea Party opposition rally to the Affordable Health Care Act outside the Supreme Court today, and Congresswoman Bachmann is with us now. Let me ask you a policy question. There are a lot of people who are in the courtroom today who say the conservative majority appears inclined, at least from the questioning, to say the mandate's unconstitutional. If that were to happen in June, what happens to people, a 25-year-old who now has coverage because they're allowed to be on their parents, or somebody who had a pre-existing condition? I want you to listen to here young Violet McManus. She's 3 years old. She has coverage now on her parents' health care plan, and they think if they go back to the old rules, the pre-Obamacare, as you call it, her health care coverage would run out pretty soon.
I'm really scared, very scared. Like, I can't sleep scared. Our daughter could die, and there's just nothing we can do about it.
Just imagine it happening to your daughter, because it can happen to anyone. So you never know. Life changes.
So there's a glimpse there at the fear some people have. Well, what would happen?
Absolutely, and it's brokenhearted when you see your children and you want them to have the highest quality care that there is. I'm a mother of 5 children. We had 23 foster children. Health care is a very important thing to parents because they love their children. They're brokenhearted for them. And that's why I'm so concerned that we not have Obamacare, because the future of Obamacare is denial of care. It sounds good because it says everyone, poof, will have automatic health insurance coverage. You may be able to say you have health insurance coverage, but that's a far cry from saying you actually have access to care. And that's the future of health care and Obamacare, denial of access.
I have to assume you would concede, though, given how contentious the debate was last time, with divided government now heading into a presidential election. If this law gets overturned, you don't see anything happening between now and November 12th.
Oh, sure we could, absolutely. We can put forward a bill that will actually drive down health care. We can easily have that before the Congress, and then President Obama can sign it.
I'm skeptical, shall I say. We'll
offer it. The House Republicans would offer new health legislation and for reform.
You have made, the Tea Party has made repeal Obamacare, again, your term, a rallying cry for some time. It was critical to you when you were running for president. But you've had different approaches as to how this should be done. I want you to listen. This is yourself earlier today at the rally.
We believe that the action that the Congress took was at its very basis unconstitutional. And we are calling on the court today to declare this law unconstitutional.
Calling on the court there. Just last week, you told this to the CNS News. We're legislators. We believe in the voice of the people. That's why we're here. This repeal is not an issue that should be decided by the court. This is an issue that should be decided by the legislators. And we need to be the ones to pass the repeal of this bill.
And ultimately, that is what we have to do. It is before the court now. They will make a decision, and that's why I said...
Would you prefer the courts not get involved?
Well, they are involved. It's just a fact. But what needs to be done is that the Congress needs to weigh in. They need to repeal this and find it unconstitutional.
But why speak outside the court when you're on record saying you prefer that you do this in the halls of Congress?
Well, remember, we're a system of government with 3 different branches. Today, the bill is before the court, and so I'm calling on the court to declare it unconstitutional. But that doesn't mean that the law will necessarily go away, because there's 4 different parts of the bill that the court is taking up: the tax portion, the individual mandate portion, the severability clause, and the spending clause. We don't know how the court will vote on any of them. I hope that they'll declare the whole thing unconstitutional. They may not. No matter what, it's up to Congress to repeal this bill and replace it with true health care legislation that will drive down the cost of health care.
Appreciate your time today.
Thank you, John.